You already think you know Cancer. Emotional. Sensitive. The one who cries at films.
Remembers your birthday and checks in when you've gone quiet. And you're not wrong.
But you're not seeing the whole picture. Because underneath that warmth, underneath all that softness and care and deep, steady love, there is something most people completely overlook. A quiet, almost unsettling strength. Cancer is not simply the emotional sign of the zodiac. Cancer is the sign that has learned, more than any other, how to survive feeling everything. And once you understand what that actually means, once you see the full depth of who Cancer really is, you will never describe them the same way again. Cancer is ruled by the moon, not a fixed planet moving in perfect certainty. The moon shifts, it waxes, and wanes. It pulls entire oceans simply by existing in the sky. And this tells you something essential about how Cancer moves through the world. Their inner life is tidal. It rises and falls. Calm one moment, quietly turbulent the next. Not because something is wrong with them, but because they are built to feel emotional currents that most people never even notice. Cancer individuals sense things before they are spoken. The slight tension behind a smile. The pause that lasts just a second too long. The way someone says, "I'm fine," in a tone that says anything, but Cancer feels all of it. Not because they are searching for problems, but because emotional awareness is simply how they experience the world. The way some people have perfect pitch, Cancer has perfect emotional hearing. And living like that, feeling that much, for an entire lifetime, requires a strength most people never give them credit for. The symbol of Cancer is the crab. Most people understand the shell, the instinct to retreat when something feels threatening. But here is what they miss. A crab doesn't carry its shell because it is fragile. It carries its shell because it has learned the world outside does not always protect what is soft. Cancer individuals build emotional boundaries not out of fear, but out of wisdom. They have felt enough to know that not every person deserves access to their inner world. So when Cancer meets someone new, they observe first. Part of them is always watching. Listening to tone, noticing how someone treats others, feeling the emotional atmosphere of the interaction. They are not judging you. They are deciding whether you are safe. And once Cancer decides you are safe, once that shell opens, the warmth inside becomes unmistakable. This is where their love begins to show itself. And it is a very particular kind of love. Cancer remembers, not just birthdays and anniversaries. They remember the small things. The thing you mentioned months ago about a difficult conversation with your father. The fact that you hate the crust on your bread. The way your voice changes slightly when you're anxious. They remember the version of you that existed before you put on your armor for the world. And they hold those details like something precious. Because, to Cancer, they are. Cancer stays when staying is hard. Not loudly, not dramatically. Just quietly, steadily. With a loyalty that doesn't require recognition because it was never about recognition. Cancer creates home, not a place. A feeling. The rare comfort of being completely known by someone and loved anyway. And if you have ever been loved by a Cancer, you already know, there is nothing quite like it. But this is also the moment most people misunderstand Cancer completely. People sometimes say Cancer lives in the past. That they hold on to memories too tightly. But that is not really what is happening. Cancer uses memory as navigation. Every experience becomes part of an internal map. They remember who showed up when things were difficult. They remember who disappeared. They remember the moments that revealed what someone was truly made of. This isn't holding grudges. It's pattern recognition built from emotional memory. And when Cancer begins to withdraw from someone, when the warmth quietly fades and the openness becomes guarded, it is rarely impulsive. It is the result of a long process of observation. They have already seen the pattern, already felt what it means, already given it time to become something different. And now they are protecting themselves the only way that has ever made sense to them. By returning quietly into themselves. When a Cancer person realizes their emotional world is not being respected, something inside them shifts. Not explosively. Cancer rarely erupts. They simply close the door. The warmth that once moved toward you now stays closer to the center. The vulnerability they once offered freely becomes something they keep entirely to themselves. They are still kind. Cancer is almost always kind, but there is distance now. A door that was once open is no longer open. And what many people mistake as moodiness or oversensitivity is actually something far more powerful. Cancers choosing themselves.
After a long time of choosing you, of staying, of hoping,
Of believing the best. They are finally redirecting that extraordinary care inward, back to themselves. Back to the people who have proven they deserve it.
and that is not weakness.
That is self-knowledge. Cancer is not the sign of emotion. Cancer is the sign of emotional intelligence. Emotion alone is simply feeling. Emotional intelligence is knowing what those feelings mean. Knowing how to honor them without letting them destroy you. Cancer has been doing that work quietly their entire lives. They feel everything, and they keep going. They love deeply, and they learn how to protect that love. They build worlds of warmth and safety for the people around them. And they know exactly when it is time to protect the world inside themselves. That is not sensitivity. That is strength with a soft face. If this resonated with you, if you are a Cancer, or if you have been loved by one, leave a comment below and share your experience. And if you want to explore the deeper emotional nature of every zodiac sign, subscribe to Druidshaven. Because the most powerful truths about people are never written on the surface. They are written in the quiet places most people never think to look.